And joining us now to talk a little bit more about this is Professor Terry McGovern from the Columbia University School of Public Health. Thank you so much for you to join us. This decision wasn't entirely unexpected after that leaked draft several weeks ago, but what was your first impression of the court's decision to overturn Roe versus Wade?
Even though it was expected, this is an absolutely chilling day in the history of the United States. They have just unleashed unmitigated, unwarranted harm on, frankly, women, children, and pregnant people. We know that maternal mortality related to unsafe abortion is one of the leading problems in the world. The U.S. is just about to join that trend.
Yeah, we're talking about the impact on women's health care, particularly the impact on women who live in poverty. Where do you see them going for help when they have to make this decision?
It's very sad. Those of us who have been working very hard to reduce unintended pregnancy, to increase access, now have to put all of this effort into making sure that pregnant people, women, girls, are safe. I think that we will need to look to access states. Many states have been preparing and strengthening protections so that pregnant people can come there and safely have abortions. I think the issue of medication abortion, the FDA made it very clear that medication abortion should be available through mail. We know that many states are trying to tinker with that, but as of now, people should be looking towards access states and to medication abortion.
Well, you can only imagine if the states have the rights to make their own laws. Many states that oppose abortion will not allow for access to those medical abortions.
Well, not only that, they're looking to criminalize, right? We not only have criminalization provisions in 18 states where the woman or the provider or the pregnant person will be charged, but we also have these actually horrifying bounty laws where private citizens, and we have these in 13 states, where there's legislation saying private citizens could get as much as $10,000 for reporting people who are aiding and abetting an abortion. Now, that could be your daughter that you're helping, and you could be charged, under one of these, you could be sued by one of your neighbors. So this has unleashed a very, very ugly and, messy set of attacks on people who are just simply looking for health care.
And will cause more divisiveness in a country that is already very divided. Thank you so much to you, Professor Terry McGovern from Columbia University. Thanks for joining us.